So welcome everybody, my name is John Oluwafemi Ola and this is I Skill Up Innovation Hub once again, where we teach simple digital skills to solve digital problems. Of course, I'm going to be taking you through Corel Draw, the interface called Corel Draw. Yes, so welcome. When you open a Corel Draw, actually I've opened this before. I've already opened this. All you just need to do is open your Corel Draw, and this is what you see when you open your Corel Draw. And after that, you see this. Okay, this is what you see when you open your Corel Draw, and we have some areas there. We have get started, we have workplace, we have these are part of the things that we have there. We have get started. My get started is actually having some of the things that I've been working on. Then workplace, this is workplace. It's showing you how will you want it: standard, light, default. Okay, those are just the modules in which you can actually use, but those are not important to us for now. Now what is important to us is how do we work on Corel Draw, and what are those things that we need to do. So the first thing is we'll open a page. Is either we go to this page, is either on Windows, is either we press Ctrl N, which is create new page, Ctrl new. So just click on it. So it gives you this. Is one of the best practice to actually name your page before you even start, and to determine whether you want to use whether you want to use it in landscape or you want to use in a portrait. So these are part of the things you can set. I can just say this is just a tutorial for all. So I've named it, and of course I might want to print this, so I will leave it at CYM, which I see MYK, that's cyan, magenta, yellow and black, and this is RGB. Maybe you want to use it online, you want to do designs for online. Okay, so these are the things that basic things that you need to know. So I can still leave the DPI, the resolution, at this 300. So we just go ahead and say okay. So now we have chosen to actually do our design at the landscape dimension. So so what are those things that we need to know as a user of Corel Draw? What are those things that you need to know? Yes, I can't teach you all the tools, but I'll teach you the most important tools that you will keep on using every time that you want to use Corel Draw. Now, one of those tools, and one trick about Corel Draw is the fact that when you put your mouse on any of these tools, they are going to reveal what their names are. So when you put your if you look at my mouse, when you put your mouse on this arrow, it shows you that it's a pick tool. So pick tool is one of the most important tool in Corel Draw that you need to know how to use. It's just like any other pointer device on any other pointer on any software. So with this, so the first thing is we have a pointer. Then the next thing is, if you click on it, if you there's a drop down, a little drop down beside it. If you click on it, it shows that you have some other ones. We have free hand pick. So it's saying we have free hand pick, and then we also have what we call free transformation tool. Okay, so then we also have here, we have what we call shape tool, and you can actually activate that by using F10. So then we also have what we call crop tool. You can use it to remove the areas outside of a selection. So like you want to retain a particular area, like for example you want to let's do this. Let's say, okay, you want to retain just this side. So by the time you click on it, so it throws away others and it retained this one. So clear. Okay, So we can go back and pick another our tool and go back to our pick tool, so we can just delete this. So we have what we call a zoom. This is zoom. We all know, just like in most of the application that you have that are actually for design, you will see that Z is always, when you press Z, it activates this particular plus lens with plus inside it. When you see plus in a lens, it means it will increase it. When you see minus in a lens, it means it will reduce it. So that's what we are talking about. Then we have these this is what we call freehand tool. That's F5 toggle that, so you can actually make it, you can use it to create line, a perfect line for vertically, and horizontally and vertically. When you press down control, then you can actually release the control. It will allow you to throw it anywhere, but for perfection, you press control, it makes you create a very perfect line at horizontal and horizontally, and of course this vertically. So that's that. So then we also have I'm just going to touch those ones that are very important because of our time, so that we don't waste much time. Then we also look at shape. One of those things that are very important in design. I always tell my students, the most important things in designs are, the tools, the voucher, something that you can use to create tools. So something that you can use to create tools, something that you can use to create shape. Okay, I've often mentioned it to my students that in design there are basic things that are very important. You need shape. Shapes are very important. Tools for shape, they are very important. Colors are very important, and of course your tool to create text or numbers, they are very, very important. So here is tool for shape. You can actually activate these by pressing F6. So we can create any form of shape. You can create as many shape. You can even use shape to create a whole lot of abstract and stuff like that. In Corel Draw, there is no limit to how much of shape you can actually create. So in Corel Draw, there is no limit to how much of shape you can actually create, because you can just go ahead and create as many shape as you want. So now we also have in this place, we also have in this place what we call circle. You want to create circle, you want to create oval, you can come to this place, and ellipse tool, so you can actually create oval shape. You can create perfect circle, pressing down your control. When you press down your control, you can create a perfect circle. Then if you want to write anything, you can click on text and it will allow you to type. Not unlike Microsoft Word, TXT files, Notepad, Notepad++, and other applications that you use for your word processing. If you have to type in CorelDraw, you must pick this text tool and click and start typing whatever you want to type. So that's that for us on that. So then we also have, let me go to important ones too. Then we have this one. You can create shadow. Let me just color this. Let me give this a color. Let me give it color. So this has been given a color. Then we can now just come to this place. This is what we call shadow tool. When you click on shadow tool, this is what you want to give the shadow to. Then you see preset up here, then you drop, so you start seeing how the shadow is going to look like on your object. on that particular object on the screen. So let's pick this. So we have picked this. So can you see? So it's giving it some shadow. So over time, as you go ahead, you will realize why it is important to use shadow in your work as a graphic designer. It may not be so important to some people, but in some cases you need shadow for your work. So sometimes it's actually to differentiate between what you have at the background and what you have ahead sometimes, and sometimes you can actually use it to create effect. Now then we have what we call transparent. Like for example, this is becoming very transparent now. We are creating transparency. The reason why you are seeing black there is because there's a shadow behind it. We can go ahead and remove the shadow so that we can see the real effect of that shadow. Can you see of transparency? So we can actually choose to turn it to uniform transparent. So when you click on it, everything becomes transparent uniformly. So then we have what we call eye drop. This is eye drop. You can pick eye drop and of course get any color for our guy. Get color from here and click on it, and it changes the color automatically. It can start coloring everything, anything, so you enjoy yourself with that. So at this point, I want to say thank you for coming on this platform, which is I Skill Up Innovation Hub, where we teach soft skill to solve digital problems. And thank you. We hope if you enjoy what we have if you have been able to get value out of what we have done today, please click on subscribe button and activate the notification bell. Until we meet again, thanks and keep bubbling. Thank you very much.